Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kim Odakoven, and today what we'll be doing is reviewing the Powersheets 90-day goal setting planner. This one is brand new from Powersheets. I have some pluses, some minuses, lots of things to cover, but I have my 2022 goal planner that is fresh and clean, so you guys can see them side by side, see what the changes are, see what I don't like, and what I do like about the new Undated 90-day goal setting planner from Powersheets, lowercase media. They always do a sellout of this one, sell it out completely, and then have an additional undated planner. This one is quite new because it is not coiled. It is bound, lovingly bound with those gold touches that we love so much with Powersheets, but there are a few things missing with this. So let's get right into it and talk a little bit more about the difference between 2022 and the undated. So obviously we'll start with the exterior. This one obviously has a coil. This is a wire O binding, and this one is a soft bound. Now you can see that the covers are different sizes, but in actuality the writing space is only 1 inch difference between this one and this one. So this one is 7 by 10 and this one is 6 by 9. So not a ton of difference in the actual writing space, but you'll see in the inside makes a big difference on where the pages are placed as well. So it does have the same gold foil here on the corner. There are obviously cover protectors on the corners here, and this one is not. The price point is obviously different. This one was a substantial amount more money. This one was $28 without sale. I did get free shipping because I did buy it on launch day, but other than that, I'll put in the description box how much this planner costs because I really don't remember. That was quite some time ago. I bought it in late 2021. So we obviously go to the front page. There's no pocket on this one. It's very streamlined, as you can see. There obviously is a lot of little details that are taken away, kind of like the gold right here on this cover page. There are no stickers in this one at all, so you'll have to purchase stickers separately if you'd like to use them here in this planner, or you can, buy this one if they're on aftermarket because they're all sold out currently. Let's go ahead and go to the title page. This one is very similar. So it talks about the word cultivate and what it is. The wording is pretty much the same. So if that is a motivator for you, it's just the same. A couple things here on the bottom are different. And it does have a little bit of a social greeting right here as well. Let's turn the page again. This talks, of course, this is all about 2022. So this is a year-long planner with all of the month tabs. This is geared towards just 90 days, and it is undated. So they don't want you to go and think about goal ideas for the entire year. You'll see in this one that they break it down for you just a little bit better for just a really short season of life. Obviously it talks about it has these colored pages here, but this is called the intentional season. What matters most in the season ahead versus your goal ideas. But this is kind of broken down here in the next coming pages. So I'm going to flip over so you can see. This one is the About Me page. It goes really in depth. Getting to know yourself, getting to know the prep pages. Previously, in even the 2021 and the 2020 version of this planner, they have extensive prep work, meaning the prep work really took me a couple months to do, 1 hour a week, just going through that. So if you want to see those videos, I'll link them up above. They must have been listening to their customers because the prep work in this 2022 planner is a lot lower than the previous 2 years. The prep work for this 90-day planner is even less. So are you paying for the pages? Are you paying for the prep work? What is your motivation to get this? So there is no About Me section in here at all. Doesn't even want you to go into yourself as far as really detailed information. I'm going to go ahead and flip this page Here you can see goal ideas. Obviously, there's the same examples as you can see from the front here. This is the same. Obviously, this is broken down into 2 pages. Great place to do a little vision board. I actually like the fact that there's more space over here to work with versus here. It gives you a little bit more vision board space as well. I'm going to keep flipping over here. Then, of course, we talked about the About Me section that does not exist. And then you come to What Fires Me Up. Same page, nothing different with that. What Makes You Come Alive, absolutely nothing different with that as well. Even the wording is exactly the same. So just copied and pasted. Little things, little details that they didn't include, you know, like a little sprout. They don't have that in this version. It looks very streamlined compared to the other one. All right, let's go ahead and turn the page again. Here is this Cultivated Life Evaluation, which is something that they brought into for the 2022 planner because it really does break down these parts significantly. Actually, I think it was 2021. But I will say that they have also obviously have that in here. You'll see a huge difference. Obviously, this one is color coded, a lot more details. They're encouraging you to use the stickers that it comes with. This doesn't have any, so they took that reference away. But the wording is still the same, focusing on the season that you're in instead of a year type of situation. So we're already 11 pages in. Each one of these is dated 11 pages. So we're right on track with that situation, but remember this one actually has more of that gold space. Keep turning the pages. This is the same here. Good things, challenges, people. I'm grateful for what I've learned. Nothing is new here. Just a little bit, obviously, less space to write because of that 1 inch vertically and horizontally. Ready to break free. Again, this breaks down into more of what you're working on, what you need to move past. This one imagines yourself in a big picture, longer term from here. So this actual page is right here, moving forward. So they've already kind of gotten rid of who I really am. So again, the prep work has been dummied down a little bit, for lack of a better term. Then we have this. So obviously we talked about the big picture. Obviously we've lost this page here as well. Did not have that here to do a little checklist, do a little check-in. It would have been nice to do something like this on these Discover pages, these salmon colored pages. I feel like you could have actually added a lot more information and still had this graphic here. So I guess you get what you pay for. This one has more intensity to it. This one clearly is not. Let's go ahead and move on to big picture vision. This one is still the same. Again, the color coding is off. Living out the season, living it out this year versus living it out this season. Obviously, you're gearing into 3-month sections of the year. You can buy multiples of these and do one for every season. I don't know if that would be a little bit economical. I would probably prefer to have something like this, a little bit nicer. But they really are catering towards less and less prep work because their competitors are also doing less prep work as well. So they're doing a little bit of a market shift. Obviously, we're going to go to my cultivated year. This one is my focus. What am I saying yes to? What am I saying no to? Nothing really has changed here, just a little bit of the wording. I do like that they have a non-pretty page, something a little bit more functional to help describe what you're supposed to be doing on the focus page. So that's a nice touch there. I loved this when I put it together. Imagine your whole year, and it was like fill in the blank kind of thing. I loved that because you could really it harkens back to the time when you were a kid and you did those little things with you add a verb or adjective. This really does condense everything you worked on previously and put it right here on this page. They don't have that here. Clearly, again, we are making it a little bit, you know, a little bit dummied down, for a lack of better term. So now we do have our types of goals, which you can see here are the same. It does have some color here. It does not have color here at all. Habit, finish line, big dream. Obviously, you've got your 3 sections. I do like the fact that these are super tiny, and they have heard, again, feedback from their customers and have made that larger. So it's a larger space for you to write in. But again, can I just say, look at all of this extra space left on the page. Why not make this larger for people to write in, even margin size? So I don't know. There's just the little things that could make a big difference to make sure that this is a little bit more successful in the way that it's formatted. Again, lots of empty space. Again, they may be trying to get you to write in here, decorate it, whatever. Me personally, if I'm spending money on a goal planner, I want as much goal planning as possible in it. Just my thought. Let's go ahead and keep turning the pages. Ready, get ready and goal. You've got your finish lines and then your rough draft of your yearly goals. This does have a word of the year. Which word of the year is back here? So I'm going to keep flipping back. I don't want to get out of whack here, but we're focusing on what we want to focus on here for our patterns, what definitions, what words resonate with you, kind of like a vision board situation. This one has like a rough draft of your goals. Now that section happens actually later in here in a couple pages. So this would be, you know, a listing of some of your yearly goals and knocking those out, all of those. That's coming up later. So I'm going to keep turning, and this is kind of where your vision board comes into play. Obviously, the wording here is the same. Again, you get a page and a little bit. This time you get just about a page. So kind of the same amount of space. I'm going to go ahead and forward through here. So here is now your rough draft of your goals, which totally makes sense that you're going through your word of the year and what your focus should be, and then working on your goals. Again, this one I think could have been laid out a little bit differently. So there's your rough draft of the yearly goals. And look at all this wording to help you through it. Not a ton of wording here, but I love how they've done it in a smaller font way at the bottom. So you have a lot more space. This one's a 2-pager. This one definitely has a lot more space. And you know, you could even have a new header over here. So maybe you want a business goals and school goals or home goals or personal goals. So lots of ways to use this differently other than this. So there's a lot of things in here that I hope that they translate into the 2023 version. Let's keep turning the page. Again, you've got my yearly goals, and this is when you have the same amount. So obviously you get the same amount, number 1 through 8. These have like this shadowed out page flags right here. This is for putting the colored stickers from the front of the book in here and having each section be a color. Here they've made it, again, simpler, 1 through 8. There's my goals. It's not tied to any specific part of your life. It could be whatever. If you want this solely to be a work planner, a work goal planner, that would work very well. I'm going to keep turning to the next one, which is the goal action plans. Now this is when you have 8 of the same repetitive page over and over again to help break down your goals. And I didn't mention this before because I was going to get to it, but I love these bookmarks. These are very handy, and you'll see why coming up. You could do something where you left off where you're working on your project, or during your month's view or your week view, because this one has a week view, and that is just coming up in a little bit. So again, it has your yearly goals, again, right back to your vision board. It does have this workspace here that is not in the new one. Obviously comparing your challenges and making them opportunities, a little bit more of a reassurance of your goal system and how you're going to progress through them. And then it has your goal action down. So yeah, another page that they've taken out. But you can see that nothing much really has changed, except for obviously the size of the boxes are just a little bit different. And of course, breaking down your goals, just a size in the page. Nothing else other than a little bit of wording different too. I wonder, this is my big brain thought for the day. Maybe they're trying to, by putting this book out and making this a lot less workshop intensive from a physical standpoint, are they trying to push us towards their online goal setting classes? I don't know. From a business standpoint, that makes absolutely 150%, because those of you that would want to have more of a breakdown of your goals and of all of the things that you want to accomplish, you would want to go through all of those other steps online with the class. Here, you just want to get her done. Again, just a thought. I'm going to go ahead and skip through. Again, all 8 pages are the same, nothing changes. And then you come to your yearly overview, which has the January through December. And obviously you can see a little reference season as you move along here. Here at the end of all of your 8 pages, there's nothing. You start right into your month view, which is the next page. So it's 2 pages. You have the month that you can obviously, like I said, it's undated, so you can personalize each month, and then of course a quote page. So unfortunately, this one is taken out of the new one. I really like this one. It really helps you put a plan in place and map it out for the whole year. So obviously when you're working with just 3 months, it would have been nice to use like this page and kind of like do like a month boxes where there is no words at all, but try to help break down what you want to do within those 3 months prior to putting the months together. Again, just my little thought. Then they have 2 blank pages, which you don't get in here, but you do get notes pages in the back. Quite a significant number of notes pages. So I would say about 1/4 of this book, well, okay, probably 1/8 of this book is just note pages. And they are dot grid, and then they are solid, blank pages as well. No lines for any of the notes pages, just dot grid and plain, which would be helpful because I really liked lined paper, especially when you're taking notes, but I understand that they wanted some flexibility. Let's go ahead and look at the month view. I know there's not a ton different, but when you flip to the month page, like say for instance, this January page, so I'm flipping to the month page, and I really do miss the fact that there are no tabs. I do not know if they are going to sell tabs individually for this. It would have been helpful so you could customize it a little bit more. Even just your prep pages and your notes pages, just having 5 tabs would be helpful. 3 for the month, 1 for the notes pages, and 1 for the prep work. But, maybe this is just a trial thing, because I've never purchased the undated aftermarket after the yearly has been sold out. So I don't know if I have anything to compare it to. Let's go ahead again, move to January. So you have all of these 4 categories in the month. You still do have that behind the month. So the month is what you should start with, which makes total sense, because who wants to flip to January and not get to the actual month view? It's the next page. Total deal breaker. I know Erin Condren did that a whole bunch of years ago with their planners. Then they finally made the month view on the tab so much better. Again, you've got your January 2022. This one clearly is undated. Smaller boxes clearly, and then a list section here on the side. I'm going to put these inside. They could become cumbersome if you want to think about that way. I just like the texture, so I don't mind. Again, here's your important to-dos upcoming, on my mind, hopeful that. I love these little details. I'm missing that on here. I will say that the tending list, which has not changed at all, but I love the fact that they showed you how to use the tending list and how to use the first month. There's none of that in here. There's no, how's it going? This is what's going to happen. They just give it to you. Nothing's changed on here except that they've broken down them by weeks. They give you 5 weeks. That makes sense. Here they have it broken down by weekday, which is kind of nice because then you can see each week goes together. I don't know if that would drive me crazy to go, okay, that one's Sunday, that one's Monday. But it gives you the flexibility to make the first day Monday, the first day Sunday. It doesn't really matter. So I like that flexibility. The best part about this whole thing is obviously the perforated tending list. This one is also perforated. So they're blending in those details that they had from this planner into here. And I love the fact that this is all on one page. All of this. So unlike the other one where it had the preparing page, this one has prepare well and tending list together. Unfortunately, it does not have this brainstorming at all. None. So less prep work, less thinking, more action. You get a blank page that you can use with your, downloadable worksheets, goal of school, wildcard page pack, and then you get a dot grid notes section. Here is what I hope that they change with the 2023 is that they have a weekly view. I think they could have laid it out a little bit better. I think that they could do a vertical or horizontal next year, especially with the larger size with the vertical. I don't think a vertical would have worked in this situation, but I'm hopeful that the feedback from customers is great. So you could actually break down and make this an all-inclusive life planner, not just a goal planner. I think that was the disconnect between Powersheets and their competitors, is because the competitor was trying to make it all together. Which makes sense because that's what we want. We want a one-stop shop. I think they're actually listening, and I love that. I love that about it. And then we have a to-do list and a notes section. And then obviously this tending list, as you saw, sorry about that. And as you can see from this tending list, that's the end of this month. You do get 5 weeks, so I want to just double check. I did count previously, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you do have a month in review here at the end. So progress happens when we pause and reflect. None of that wording has changed. They have outlined the boxes versus making them shaded here. And then you get, again, an additional notes page. All these notes pages, which we don't have in here. The only notes pages we have are the ones we add or the ones you can customize. All right, so that takes care of for that month. These words do change. This little wording section does change for all 3 of the months that are included. And then you get to the end, and here starts the notes pages. So there's basically a breakdown of the 2. I love the fact that this is undated, but at the same point, I like having things dated, so it makes me feel like I want to be in them, unless I date things all at one time. But then you lose the flexibility of the fact that it's undated. So if you have a rough month and you want to take a month off, that's fine too. So that is my little review in a nutshell. This does come in green, so if you don't like this linen color, you can certainly get the green. I am an affiliate with Powersheets, so feel free to use the link. There's no cost to you, but you can certainly support me in that way if you'd like. I will be doing another review of this once I get into it. I'm going to start this and do a July, August, September. Those are the months that seem to work best for me right now. And I'm going to dive into this a little bit better and show you more of those as we move along, and I'll do those once a month. So thanks so much for stopping by today, and I will see you guys next time with another goal planner video with Powersheets in July. Thanks guys, I appreciate your time. Have a nice day.